Let's talk about Chinese characters. They look tough and scary with all their random lines, swoops, and slashes, but they're not actually as difficult as you think. They're just very different from the phonetic alphabets that Westerners are used to. With alphabets, letters act like building blocks that combine to form words. When you see the letter T, you know it represents the sound T. When you see the letters T-R-E-E, you recognize all of those sound symbols and you can put them together to form the sound tree. If you want to write the word tree, you think about how to say the word, pay attention to the sounds that you make, and then write down those letters. That's how a phonetic writing system works. Chinese is much different, though. It's a pictographic writing system, not a phonetic writing system. Being a pictographic writing system means that Chinese characters are pictures, like Egyptian hieroglyphs. So when you want to write the word tree, you don't have to bother with writing letters so the reader can sound out the word. You simply draw a picture of a tree. It's that simple. That's how a pictographic writing system works. The Chinese writing system is based on drawings of the things they saw in the world around them. When you look at a Chinese character, you are looking at a stylized drawing that depicts an object or an idea. If a Chinese character is a picture of an object, like a tree, it's called a pictograph. If a Chinese character is a picture of an abstract idea, like 3 or happy, it's called an ideograph, which means idea picture. In layman terms, though, you can simply refer to the Chinese script as Chinese characters. You are actually quite familiar with pictographs and ideographs. You see these types of symbols on a daily basis all around the world in the form of street signs and warning labels, like recycle, radioactive, wet floor, no swimming, no smoking, etc. These are examples of pictographic symbols, and they are universally understood because the human mind is excellent at pattern matching. When an eye sees a pattern, the brain has an innate drive to decipher the pattern as something it recognizes. It's easy enough to draw pictographs for simple objects such as a tree, fire, or a multi-floored tower to express the idea tall. However, attempting to draw abstract ideas like have or may, as in may I, is a little more complicated. Consider for a moment what you would draw to capture the essence of have, possess. Perhaps you could draw a hand with something in it. That's exactly what the Chinese ideograph portrays. It's a simple 2-part picture that depicts a hand with an object in it. How about graphically illustrating the idea may? What could be drawn to represent this complex idea? The actual Chinese ideograph for this is composed of 2 simpler pictographic parts, obstacle and opening. By these 2 simpler pictures, combining together, they paint a picture that can be interpreted as a way through an obstacle, which is a very interesting way to think of getting permission. Most Chinese characters work like the 2 examples above. Multiple simple pictographs are combined to convey increasingly complex objects and ideas. This approach makes sense because there is a seemingly endless list of objects, ideas, situations, actions, and descriptive words used in communication. It would be very difficult for every word to have its own completely unique symbol. Just for fun, let's look at a few more examples of how Chinese characters depict nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, and conjunctions.